Have you ever wondered what happens when the spirit of vengeance binds with a vile creature? Welcome back to Marvelous Videos, where we bring fresh and exciting content to you every day. In today's video, we count down the 12 most bone-chilling enemies of the flame-skulled Ghost Rider. From the evil demonic entities to humans who sold their souls for power, we will introduce them from the pages of Marvel Comics. Before we head forward, hit the like and subscribe buttons to get notified of the latest updates from the channel. Now, let's begin with the first Ghost Rider villain from our list. Blackheart. Blackheart is Demon Lord Mephisto's son. Mephisto created Blackheart using the all-evil concentrated in Christ's crown in New York. Blackheart is as evil as his father and wants to overthrow him to claim and rule the portion of hell under Mephisto's dominion. Blackheart tried to corrupt Spider-Man and Daredevil, but failed. He then tried to corrupt the Ghost Rider, the Punisher, and Wolverine in Christ's crown. Mephisto cast out Blackheart out of hell in Circle of Four. Blackheart conspired with his lover, Gary Oil, and planned to bring hell to Earth. They had to perform a ritual to accomplish their goal. The ritual required 100 human souls. They opened a casino called the Devil's Den in Las Vegas to get the souls of debtors. Ghost Rider, X-23, Venom, and Red Hulk tried to stop Blackheart but got killed in the battle. To prevent his son, Mephisto gave the four heroes a second chance. The heroes saved Las Vegas by defeating Blackheart and his lover. Filled with vengeance, Blackheart kidnapped his sister, Mistress Death, which resulted in chaos in the universe. However, Blackheart is again unsuccessful in his ambition of destroying his father since Deadpool rescues Mistress Death and sets the universe again in its natural order. Blackheart disguised himself as Chicago's mayor and began working with Drake, a leader of the city's biggest gang. He wanted to make Chicago the core of humanity's downfall. Falcon fought to stop Blackheart's agendas. During the confrontation, Drake killed himself, betraying Blackheart by using the key of Abaddon. Blackheart is forced to return to hell. This event ended the magically fueled riots. Mephisto tasked Blackheart with capturing the time-displaced souls of Tommy and Billy Maximoff. Blackheart entered the Avengers Academy campus. However, he let the human emotions take over and released the siblings. When Blackheart returned to hell empty-handed, Mephisto punished him, turning him into a human. Mephisto banished Blackheart to Earth. Students of Avengers Academy and Captain Marvel aided Blackheart when he was helpless. Blackheart quickly adapted to human culture, taking the name Gabriel. Blackheart attended Tony Stark's party, which ended in a disaster. Blackheart had many supernatural powers, such as magic, energy projection, manipulation, and hellfire generation. This terrifying villain was highly intelligent. The unique feature of Blackheart was that he smelled like roses and burned ink. Mephisto. This extra-dimensional demon rules a fiery pocket dimension called Hell, or Hades. But this place is not a part of Hell of the Christian religion or Hades ruled by Olympians. Mephisto's Hell is home to lesser demons who serve him, astral forms of some dead humans who have been trapped in demons' bodies. The story of Mephisto's true origin is unknown, and many theories have arrived. Mephisto manipulated humans into selling their souls to him, and he grew obsessed with it over time. In ancient times, Mephisto tricked a young man and bonded him to a spirit of vengeance, and that young man became the first Ghost Rider. In 1667, Mephisto wrote a poem, Paradise Lost, about Lucifer's fall from heaven. Mephisto foresaw his destiny and learned that he would rule his kingdom on Earth, but Spider-Man or his daughter would defeat him. Haunted by the fear of his downfall, Mephisto began planning for his future. He made frequent unsuccessful attempts to enslave the soul of the Silver Surfer, a noble alien. Johnny Blaze made a contract with Mephisto. In exchange for his soul, Blaze asked Mephisto to save his stepfather Simpson from death by cancer. Mephisto fulfilled his part of the bargain, but with an evil twist. He let Simpson die because of injuries while performing a stunt. He came to claim Blaze's soul, but Simpson's daughter Roxanne cast a spell that forced Mephisto to retreat. However, Mephisto grafted Zerithos' soul into Johnny Blaze, and the composite being became Ghost Rider. Mephisto's tricks do not end there, as he continues to strike deals with Norman and Harry Osborn and trap Doctor Strange. In One More Day, Mephisto makes a deal with Spider-Man when his Aunt May is wounded. Mephisto saved her life, but obliterated Spider-Man's marriage with Mary Jane Watson, ending the possibility of their daughter's birth. Mephisto also erased the public knowledge of Spider-Man's secret identity. Mephisto's goal was to destroy destroy everything, himself included. But before the multiverse was killed, the Avengers banished Mephisto back to his realm. Mephisto's supernatural evil powers were directly connected to his realm. He had superhuman strength, speed, and stamina. Mephisto was invulnerable to physical injuries and was immortal. He could regenerate and perform magic like dreamwalking, energy projection, summoning, telekinesis, and teleportation. Mephisto was so powerful that he could manipulate time by reversing and halting it. Mephisto could shapeshift into any form of his desire. He usually appeared in a male form, a red-skinned humanoid with vampiric features. Mephisto was also capable of performing necromancy and resurrection. He was able to alter or manipulate some aspects of reality. Mephisto was a skilled manipulator, liar, and a proficient sorcerer. Despite his immense powers, Mephisto had certain limitations. He could not force a sentient being into surrendering to him without that being's will. He also couldn't read the thoughts of other sentients. His power rapidly depletes the longer he stays away from his realm. Also, although he needed innocent souls in his realm, he had to first corrupt them before possessing them. Zerithos. The ancient and powerful evil demon Zerithos claimed the Medallion of Power. The magical piece was guarded by blood and the ancient spirits of vengeance. Zerithos fought with them and corrupted many to keep the Medallion of Power. Zerithos gained worshippers over time and then challenged Mephisto for his throne. Mephisto, a cunning and manipulative demon, used a soulless Centurios to defeat Zerithos. Mephisto began forcibly bonding Zerithos to mortals. Mephisto bonded Zerithos with Johnny Blaze, transforming him into the Ghost Rider. Crimson Mage set a trap and separated Zerithos from Blaze. Although Johnny Blaze was happy to get rid of the spirit of vengeance, he tried to merge with Zerithos after seeing the destruction he had caused. But Zerithos attacked Blaze. However, Blaze survived, killed Crimson Mage, and then tricked Zerithos into bonding with him again. Zerithos possessed some supernatural abilities, with superhuman reflexes and stamina. Zerithos could manipulate the forces of the world, the earth, sea, and sky. Zerithos can also possess his host by striking a deal with them. The spirit of vengeance was immortal and possessed extreme knowledge of the supernatural. He could do magical energy manipulation. Notably, Zerithos was magically strong and had basic understanding of hand-to-hand combat and occultism. Lilith. The next in our list is Lilith, a degenerated goddess. Her character is loosely based on the villain of biblical lore. The Midnight Sun series main antagonist is the self-proclaimed mother of all demons. According to a belief, Lilith became a member of a race of female wind demons called Lilithu. This notorious race was known for terrorizing children and women. They also seduced young men at night. Lilith presumably seduced Adam, the first man. Together, they gave birth to the new demon races called the Lilin, the Succubi, and the Incubi. In Atlantis, Lilith played a role in creating Earth's first vampires, and thus became known as the Mother of Vampires. Lilith has occult powers and the powers of the Mesopotamian gods. She has supernatural strength, durability, and stamina. Lilith is also a succubus and seduces her victims to devour their souls. She births Lilin using her victims' souls. The more Lilin she births, the more power she gains. Lilith also knows magic lore. She can manipulate the dark forces of the universe. She gets visions of future events. She can teleport and kill her targets by an invisible force. Blackout. Blackout is a Lilian, born from Lilith, a demonic villain from the Marvel comics. He has superhuman strength and speed. He is invulnerable to normal physical injuries. He also has heightened reflexes and agility. He has good night vision, and Blackout can also extinguish any light telepathically within his immediate vicinity. Ray Kerrigan is the secondary antagonist in Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, Blackout. He is Hell's agent who works under Rourke's commands. Rourke gave him the power to turn into a shadow demon, Blackout. He can immediately destroy whoever and whatever comes into his contact. Ghost Rider killed Blackout using his penance stare. Lucifer, Satan, Prince of Darkness, or the Devil. Lucifer's every name testifies to his evil. Marvel's famous antagonist and strongest demon first appeared in the Tower of Shadows in 1970. However, it is revealed later that he only took Lucifer's name, but, in fact, was a lower demon. Lucifer served the one above all before he rebelled against his lord. As a punishment, Lucifer was sent to hell. Lucifer tricked Ghost Rider into taking him to Earth, but when Lucifer reached Earth's plane, his body blasted into 666 fragments. Each of these fragments possessed corpses. If one such body is destroyed, it would boost the powers of the other pieces. Lucifer wanted the Ghost Rider to eliminate all of the bodies and increase his power so that he could take a complete form on Earth. In an attempt to kill one of the hosts, Johnny's girlfriend, Dixie, got shot by the police. They also shot Lucifer's final host. Lucifer was a master manipulator and used trickery and deception to control his targets. Zadkill. Zadkill was the archangel of benevolence and mercy. When Lucifer rebelled against heaven, Zadkill supported him. As a punishment for this, Zadkill and his Black Legion were banned from the higher heavens. Zadkill was entrusted with dealing with the demonic invasions on Earth and controlling humanity. To do that, Zadkill used his prime tool, the Spirits of Vengeance. Interestingly, Zadkill did not reveal the origins of the Spirits of Vengeance. He made them believe Mephisto and Hell created them. Over time, Zadkill himself rebelled against heaven. He recruited humans as his servants on Earth, and after they died, he joined their souls to his army. Zadkill claimed the throne in heaven and began looking for the Antichrist to kill and stop the prophecies from coming true. The Legion of Ghost Riders defeated Zadkill before he succeeded in his goal. The true god banned Zadkill from hell. Zadkill had a regenerative healing factor and was immortal. He could shapeshift and use magical energy. He could detain and capture the astral bodies of recently dead humans. Since he was an angel, he had a pair of large wings on his back. They allowed him to fly and defy gravity. Along with his supernatural magical powers, Zadkill was also a skilled swordsman. He wielded a heavenly ebony blade as a weapon and used heavenly armor for defense. Vengeance. Vengeance is Ghost Rider's enemy from Marvel. Michael Badalino and Kowalski were two people who took the corrupted Ghost Rider's mantle. Zerithos' Hellflame killed Michael Badalino's father, mother, and sister. He believed the Ghost Rider was the cause of his family's demise. The demon Mephisto planned all of it and offered Michael to become Vengeance. Michael wanted to get at the Ghost Rider, so he accepted Mephisto's offer. He became a bigger and hulking version of Ghost Rider and went after Blaze and Ketch. Kowalski was a cop who shared a tense relationship with Danny Ketch. In his attempt to end the curse of Highway 18, Kowalski tried to arrest the cannibal, but Ghost Rider's interference cost Kowalski his job and reputation. He became an alcoholic who wanted to settle the score against the Ghost Rider. When Zadkill took over heaven, Kowalski became the new Vengeance. Like all Ghost Riders, Vengeance had superhuman abilities like speed, durability, stamina, strength, and healing. Vengeance uses the Penance Stare and Hellfire magic like all Ghost Riders. Holy weapons developed by heaven is Vengeance's only weakness. Scarecrow. The next terrifying Ghost Rider villain on our list is Ebenezer Lofton, also known as Scarecrow. Born to an abusive and alcoholic mother, Ebenezer was a circus performer who trained crows to follow his commands. He grew into a supervillain and enemy of Spider-Man and Iron Man. He joined Count Nefarious' criminal organization, the Magia. Repeated defeats by Captain America made Scarecrow hate the superhero. He was placed in solitary confinement for about a year, but after that, the supervillain went berserk, enjoying a killing spree. In return, he was severely beaten and left to die by Ghost Rider. However, the firm saved Ebenezer in time. He was given powers to release pheromones that were capable of instilling irrational panic and fear in the victims. These powers gave Ebenezer supernatural speed, reflexes, strength, and stamina with an enhanced healing factor. Ghost Rider killed Scarecrow. However, he was resurrected by Blackheart, who gave him possession powers. He was then defeated again by Ghost Rider. Scarecrow returns from hell but is defeated by Falcon, who lands him in the Raft supervillain prison. Deathwatch. Wolverine, Doctor Strange, and Ghost Rider's enemy, Deathwatch, is a supervillain from the Marvel Comics. In the mortal world, Deathwatch appears as Stephen Lords. He schemed to destroy New York and New Jersey using a potent biotoxin. After the rival gang stole the canisters, Deathwatch ordered Blackout and his Deathspawn ninjas to find those canisters. Deathwatch also wanted to get the Medallion of Power, but Kingpin and Ghost Rider created obstacles in their plans. During one of the confrontations, Ghost Ghost Rider's mystic chain stabbed Deathwatch, almost killing him. Deathwatch survived, but he was imprisoned in the Raft supervillain prison. The superhero community was divided over the Superhuman Registration Act. Deathwatch shook hands with the Hood and other villains to exploit that rift. During a battle against the New Avengers, Blackout was defeated by Doctor Strange. Deathwatch is a translord, and thus constantly emits a death field. He absorbs energy from pain and death. He can establish a mental link with a person through touch. He also gains information and harms his victim using this power. Centurios. Centurios is the enemy of Ghost Rider, Zerithos, and Mephisto. When Earth was young, Centurios was a prince who loved a beautiful princess. The cult of Zerithos attacked his village, destroyed it, and took away the princess. The cult planned to sacrifice the princess to Zerithos. Centurios immediately set out to save his lover. He climbed the mountain of meditation, but in his attempt, he almost died. Mephisto heard his howls. The demon offered help in exchange for Centurios' soul. Although Centurios saved his lover, he now had no feelings for her, since he had already sold his soul to Mephisto. This event turned Centurios against Mephisto, Ghost Rider, and Zerithos. Kazan. Angel Micah sided with Lucifer in his rebellion against God in heaven. As punishment for his act, Micah was sent to hell. Turning into a demon, Micah began calling himself Kazan. He collaborated with his brother Malachi to help each other maintain their domination in hell and heaven respectively. In hell, Kazan lost his physical form. He became a spirit that possessed vessels and fed on human souls for his sustenance. With Earl Gustav's help, Kazan was freed from hell. On Earth, he took a demonic form using the remains of the human sacrifices Earl had offered him. Archangel Haas and Ruth were sent from heaven to bring Kazan back, while Malachi released Ghost Rider from hell to stop Kazan's plans. Kazan planned to release all the demons to Earth, but Ghost Rider confronted him. He destroyed Kazan's physical form, revealing his true form. Gustav was forced to cast the Hymn of Recall spell, which sent Kazan and his demon army back to hell. Although Kazan did not possess any physical form, he could possess a vessel or create a new body for himself using human remains. He could heal others and have durability. Kazan was proficient in occultism and dark magic rituals. He did not need to eat, drink, or sleep, and was invulnerable to aging and disease. Marvelous verdict. That was all about the 12 terrifying Ghost Rider villains who burn through your nightmares. These villains are not only scary for their powers, but also for how they compelled Ghost Rider to confront the darkness within him. They constantly push Ghost Rider to his limits. Let us know which of these villains keeps you up at night. Also, share the topics on which you want us to create videos for. We'll see you in the next one. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one, be safe, and thanks everyone.